Alright guys, so I want to give you a quick life update. I joined my company about 9 months ago, and since then I grew my startup's Instagram to 98,000 followers. I traveled across the country to grow my startup as much as possible and grew it over 20,000 users. And I thought I got everything I pretty much wanted in my career. I got a 6-figure salary, I got equity in the company, and I got a chance to tickle my boss Brooks whenever I wanted. But after 3 months of receiving the promotion to become the head of marketing, I decided I'm gonna be stepping down. And here's why. So no, I'm not like leaving the actual company, but I am gonna be stepping down from this role at some point. This was a conversation that I shared with both my boss, Brooks and Wes, that head of marketing just isn't something that I wanna be doing and isn't something that's good for the company either. So I've been working on emails, I've been working on club sales, I've been working in our CRM, I've been working on a bunch of things that don't excite me very much, and that also just aren't that very high leverage for the company. As a marketer, I am getting paid incredibly high, and this isn't like for me to like brag, but like I guess I am bragging a little bit, but like sorry guys, I'm very privileged to be in this position, so I want to make sure that my time is being used wisely. I realize the reason why they're paying me so much and the reason why I'm here is because I can do social media really well. So that's where my time is best spent, and that's where like my spike is. Like, what can I do that no one else can do? That is social media. No one else at my company can do social media the way I do it. No one is gonna be spending hours going up to random people, asking if they can interview them and get rejected. No one is willing to do that. And if you put out a job posting online trying to look for a replacement, it is gonna be really hard to find someone to replace me doing my exact same function than it is to like find a new email marketer or like a new like salesperson, because the skill set is just like so specific in this niche that I've like created for myself. And while I've been working on all this other marketing stuff, our content has been declining. I think I grew that account from 0 to like 70K in 4 months, and in the last like 3 months we've only grown 10,000 followers. Why? Because the content stayed stagnant. It's just been street interviews after street interviews, doing the same thing, same questions, not much innovation. It's just a system, and we're starting to lose market share. And I used to think I want to be a CMO, I want to be a chief marketing officer, I want to be high level in all these things, I want to be a senior leader at the company, but I realized the work that I do just isn't that fulfilling. And like, what do I envision for myself, like post Recruit You as well? Like, I'm always gonna be in content, and like what I find the most fulfillment in is finding new opportunities in social media. Like, I see social media as a business. Like, it is a business. If you're not innovating, you're dying, and if you're not doing something new in this market, then you're dead. This new realization that social media is what I want to do full time at the company, and also like post Recruit You is probably what I'm gonna keep doing, and like working with other companies or working on my own company. Content is what I love and where my spike is and what I feel the most passionate about, because I see so much opportunity for innovation, and I can see that I can be the one to fill that. But this realization and this new direction came with a tough pill to swallow, which was that I'm gonna have to step down from this prestigious head of marketing position, and I'm gonna have to give up my aspirations to becoming chief marketing officer. I want to be in the weeds executing with my editors, with my production team, but as a chief marketing officer, you're not doing that. You can't do that because you're focused on so many other things. So what's my future position? It's probably gonna have to be head of social media, because that's what reflects my role the best. And you know, head of social media, like, it just doesn't sound as cool, you know? Like, it's not as prestigious as head of marketing is. Like, you know, like, let's say I told you I'm head of social media versus head of marketing, you would be a lot more impressed by the head of marketing person. That's been a tough pill to swallow, and I've just had to come to a realization that titles are bullshit. Maybe that's just me trying to cope here, but like, titles are bullshit. And titles are all about ego. The amount of people that have messaged me that are CMOs of like a pre-seed startup are insane. Like, they're like, oh, yo, bro, like, I'm like the CMO of my company. Like, do you think you could help me out? And it's literally a fucking high schooler. And I'm like, okay, not like, no diss to the high schooler, by the way. Like, I'm full respect for you on taking such a senior leadership position, but this senior leadership position doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, it's all about ego. At least for me, having a prestigious position it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm worth something by having this title, and I like hide behind it. But what I realize is when you have real accomplishments to back up what you do at your work, it doesn't matter what title you have. Even if I was still marketing intern, it would have the same weight. I've had to realize this insecurity and like why, and like I had to dive a little bit deeper into why I care about this. And I realized the reason why I care so much about titles is like to prove that I'm worth something to other people, because I felt very unworthy compared to my peers. Just remember feeling so pathetic because all my friends were getting jobs at these top firms like Lazard, BCG, Bain, Goldman Sachs. I'm the chief marketing marketing officer of my startup at 21, I am just as successful as these people who got these investment banking jobs. And I realize it's a really short-term way of thinking. I shouldn't be optimizing for titles. I shouldn't be optimizing for prestige. Early on, I should be optimizing for learning, for passion, and for discovery, because while I'm young, that's the only time to do it. And I was only able to come to this realization after doing this and taking action, because I thought I wanted to do CMO. I thought I wanted to be a generalist, but I don't. I want to be a specialist, and I realized I want to do this full time, and I have a f***ing train to catch to go to Philly because I'm still enrolled in school. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for staying tuned. Here's my feet. Goodbye. We are all super pumped to chase what we truly love and say f the titles. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.